Rough start. Hey Jake, how's it going? Hope you're well. We're back again. Same place we've been for a little while now. You're right, Ben. Does look awfully familiar, doesn't it? It's so unlike me to be playing mini games, grinding out a skill instead of just chasing after bosses. Are you in this world, Jake? Oh, you're not a Todd anymore. I was almost thinking of sending a solo duo, if you'd call it that, running 2 accounts of my own to do the game. But I'm looking for fire making experience on the main, so I think this is quicker. Ah, yes, I'm hunter. What are you hunting? I think I did a lot of salamanders for mine, black salamanders. The timer on the brazier is that generous that I can generally get 2 accounts in, um, repairing and feeding, so plenty of time, which is nice. And without fletching, the fire making experience is so high. So both these accounts are absolutely smashing through it. Ah, yeah, falconry. Yeah, red sallies are good. Really good. I I boosted mine a little bit, I think, and I think I used hunter potions to hunt the black ones in the wilding. Um, if you can use preserve, the preserve prayer, which I don't. Oh, you should be able to. Just buy the scroll. So preserve will make your boosted stats last twice as long. So your hunter potion will last twice as long. You can stay boosted for a while, and you get like an extra 15k XP an hour. It's nice. You are right, Ben. Birdhouses. The AFK lazy method is always the way to go. Don't let anyone tell you different. Peak efficiency. Yeah, you see, without fletching, I'm still getting like 750 points a game on 2 accounts. So both of them definitely make the cut very easily. And the fire making XP is crazy. So yeah, without fletching, there's no 2 tick actions or two actions to do, which is a bit of a pain sometimes. Okay, what have we got? Some pages and seeds on the hardcore, and some mithril ore and coins on the main. Yeah, that's definitely the way to do it. I was doing that as well. Make sure you have the birdhouse timer app, and it basically lets you, it notifies you as soon as your birdhouses are ready, so you know you can go again. So that's what I was doing as well, just basically normal hunter in between. As soon as my birdhouse was all ready, I did another run. It's up to 172 KC on the hardcore now. Still no tome as of yet. So fire making levels now. No, I had to put the mic down for a little bit. 86 fire making on the hardcore and 72 on the main. Oh, there we go. There's 73 on the main. Yeah, it's pretty quick. 200k an hour on the hardcore, 150 on the main. I also think I didn't reset the timer, so I don't think that's completely accurate. I'm pretty sure I was getting around 250 on the hardcore before and around 210 or so on the main. So the XP rates without fletching are crazy. And my main's got 99 fletching anyway, so it doesn't need the level. So the main's just here for maximum fire making experience. And on the hardcore, still trying to get those drops. Okay, the hardcore, we've got some seeds, herbs, and coins. On the main, nothing great. Just thinking how profitable this would be on 2 accounts, because it definitely is chill. So if you've got decent stats like my main and you get say 300k or so per solo and you've got 2 of that running, it's decent loot. A couple of magic seeds a tome, you're looking at well over a mil in 40 minutes, 50 minutes or so. Getting a pretty rough run this game with cold damage. Wow, very rough. Constantly interrupted. I might need to fletch here to make the points, which I've had to do a couple of times. If you get a rough run, you don't get 500 without fletching. Where's he going? Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to fletch here, I think, for points. This is insane. My whole chat is just the cold of Wintertodt seeps into your bones. What are you guys up to in game if you're logged in at the moment? Sharpening your Darox. Nice. I assume you're training defense. Getting that defense to 99. You definitely take less damage later in the game. So it probably makes more sense to fletch your second inventory, not your first, because you get interrupted more on your first. So I should be able to get 500 points here on both. Just need some more on the main. It is thinking about 2 normal accounts. That's 56 rolls. 56 rolls in 40, 50 minutes. So it's definitely possible. It's not too hard to do 2 accounts. So if you could do 2 on a solo method, 56 rolls is decent. Be no healers here. Oh well, I've got my points anyhow. Okay, the hardcore, sapphires, coin seeds, nothing great on either. Went through some food there. Tuna, coal, and dynamite. More importantly on the main, getting good XP. That's what we're here for, get that fire making up. 174 Wintertodt KC on the hardcore now. I'd have a guess at have a fairly decent rank with that many KC, because I would guess most hardcores would be solo, which gets you a very low KC. So I'm going to have a guess that I'm up there and abouts in the high scores. That idle identifier is so useful. Every time you hear the sound, you know you need to fix something. Still haven't got chat on screen. What's happening there? Don't know what I've done. See if we can work it out later. Should probably worry about surviving more than on-screen chat. Yeah, the big difference is, Jake, that you're on the normal high scores. I reckon on my normal high scores, I'd be much the same. Obviously, on the hardcore Ironman high scores, you're only competing against other hardcore, so there's much less players to compete for ranks with. That might have been my 33, I think he's talking about. Damn, bro, 33. I didn't move from the damage on the brassiere. Well, I got the hardcore out of the way. Not the main. That's okay, the main can die. Have no issues with the main dying whatsoever. Can games necklace straight back, no harm done. Still not seeing chat. I don't know what I've done, but doesn't really matter. There we go. I think I just need to refresh it a couple of times maybe for it to start working again. Not sure I like it though with two screens because it is right over one of the screens. Oh, buddy. Yeah, I might just hide that while I'm going duos. Okay, 500 points on both. Easy game. Okay, nothing great on the hardcore. Oh, hood on the main. Very nice. Another piece of the outfit there for the main. Can get rid of that fire tiara. Actually, the set would be really good on the main because I'm really chasing XP. So the more pieces of that set I can pick up, the better the gain. So very happy with that drop there on the main on crate number 54. Heading, oh, very close to 87 as well. Wow. The main heading to 74. Who would have thought I'd ever have 175 KC at Wintertodt? Yeah, very lucky, Jake. The tome's definitely what you want. What are they worth now? A couple of 100K? But if you're looking to get into PVM, I'd definitely recommend keeping it. Get your magic up to Fire Surge. Hitting 45s with Fire Surge is very, very nice. Started getting the hang of 800K. Wow, a lot more than I thought. That's a really nice drop. But yeah, if I were you, I'd probably hang on to it for later on PVM if you're keen on barrows or something of the sort. Definitely really good. Although I guess you're not an Iron Man, so the tridents are easily available you to buy. Not sure what they're worth now. But in terms of damage to GP, the tridents are very good. Yeah, definitely save that first one. It will be useful for you. High alking your way up the magic levels is easy. You can even make some money with some jewelry and things like that as well. It's actually nice that one account is just behind the other. Makes it much easier to manage. Yeah, you definitely get interrupted way at the end of the game. On the start of the game, you constantly take cold. Towards the end, you definitely don't. And we did find that out in our solos and duos as well. Once you do that early phase of the game and get it round to your target level, you're barely taking damage, which is very nice. Just about to hit 87 fire making on the hardcore. There we go. 87 fire making on the hardcore. Oh, that's so generous. I can even get 2 accounts to light the brazier when it goes out. Definitely gives you plenty of time. Okay, let's see what we get here. Okay, double coins for the hardcore. Coin, shark, watermelon seed on the main. The hardcore loves a brimmer torch, and that's about it. I think I'm up to 6 now. 3 warm gloves, 6 torches. Would love to see something unique. Oh yeah, that's really good. There's so many good tools available now to play the game. Things that give you elk margin and money making margins up to date with live GE prices. Really good, really good. And it's so good that other people do that work for you, and you can just use it, and it's easy game. I'm really getting this down to a T now. Got it all worked out. It's probably good that the main carries 5 brews because it fills up with logs faster. So it just gets slightly ahead of the hardcore in the run. It's just offsets them a little bit, which is nice to handle. But yeah, definitely something you can do on 2 accounts without too much difficulty. I did try bandos with my main and alt, and while it's possible, it's very difficult. It's certainly not easy to do. Well, I think that notification is that good of the idle. I think it actually goes off before the event happens. I just got a notification about being damaged by the cold before it actually happened. Yeah, it definitely does. I can hear the sound effect for it before they actually get the damage splat, which is nice. Peak efficiency. Yeah, 100%. Obviously, the Jagex mods don't really have the time with content development and everything else they're doing to invest in the client as such. So since RuneLight is so good, I don't know why they would just not outsource it, make it official. Obviously, then they can control what is legal and what's not in terms of client and client features. We all benefit from a much better client. So yeah, completely makes sense on a business and game improvement level. Especially some of the, I don't know if you've seen the HD clients on YouTube. They look really sick. So it'd be great if you could have something like um, using other people's work already. So use the HD graphics with the RuneLight plugins and features. You'd bring so many players to the game just by improving the graphics firstly, and then also the playability with the plugin. So just it's a no-brainer for me. I don't know why they don't do it. Yeah, Google the HD clients. It's basically like EOC graphics, but obviously on the old RuneScape game. So like it actually looks like it looks good, much more presentable than what we've got now. So I think it would bring just the visual aspect would bring so many people to the game because it just looks like a good game. The main is Pump and Brews. There's been a few people of the more famous content creators who got early access for beta testing of the HD graphics. There's definitely a few clips on YouTube around of what that looks like. Excellent. The hardcore, we've got Harlander Seeds Dynamite on the main. Oh, Raynar Seed, nice. Some GP there to cover some brews. We're up to 4 mil fire making experience on the hardcore now. Very nice to see. Bank value's over 3 mil on the hardcore, and all I've done is Wintertodt with basically level 1 stats across the board. So such a good money maker. I think it should be meta even for just general account building. Even without being an Iron Man, such a good way to make money with no requirements. So why would you not? Yeah, I probably agree with that, Jake. Runelight would definitely want a chunk of membership revenue. 100% agree. But then in my mind, if they say they want a 20% cut, which is pretty steep, I think you get a 20% increase in player base. So for Jagex, as long as the cut that Runelight's taking is in line or better than the increased player base it brings, it's still a benefit for everyone. So I definitely think that I think 10% or something, 5% would be reasonable as a stake, and you definitely get that picked up in the player base. So to me, it's a no-brainer. I'm just going to skip this game. I'll just be back in 2 seconds. Just need to reload with some snacks and some water. Okay, we are back. Yeah, good point, Jake. Yeah, I guess you're right. If we're already all using RuneLight now, would you really increase it? Probably not the RuneLight side of it, but I think definitely the graphics, the HD graphics side. I think if you have a look at how good the graphics look on those HD clients, just that visual aspect, like even in trailers and things, I think it would just attract more attention and bring more people to the game. So you're probably right. RuneLight wouldn't because we're just playing it anyway. But I think the concept of the client being better overall, so if it had more plugins, features, better graphics, the combination of all those things would probably lead to a increase in players. Our 87 fire making. I never thought I'd see the day. The main heading towards 74. Yeah, I think you would. I think you would. Even from like the first thing a lot of people say when you tell them you play RuneScape and you show them videos and clips and stuff, they say, "Well, the graphics look like in the '80s." And like for us, that's nostalgic because that's what we grew up with and like it's very familiar to us. But in terms of attracting new players, I think that HD more up to date graphics would definitely grab the eye of people who've never heard of it before. Look at that, 5 torches and 150. Yeah, I remember EOC. I wasn't playing very actively at the time, but I just logged on one day and I was doing a tutorial in Lumbridge and everything just looked different. The whole game interface, how you attacked everything with the power up bars. I basically logged in for 3 minutes and just said, "What's this? This isn't the game I play." So I was out. EOC got me out straight away. Yeah, I've tried RS3. I've got a pretty decent account from back in the day on RS3. Um, but yeah, I tried, couldn't really get into it, and I came back here. The thing about my RS3 account is it was so much harder work, like getting 99 strength without the AFK methods and weapons we've got now. Like I remember getting 99 strength, getting like 60k an hour, killing giant spiders. So yeah, that's much harder now than AFKing in 6-hour blocks and getting 100k an hour. It was definitely much harder work back in the day. Only people from Sydney Bank. Interesting thoughts. That's why I love playing in Australian Worlds, for the chat's always relevant. 16's a rough, followed by a 10. Cop that. I didn't grab another cake on the hardcore. Hopefully, we should be able to get through. I'm that unfamiliar with RS3 that I don't even know what rune spam was. The only game I do miss, I remember Fists of Guthix. So I actually thought that was really good fun. Free runes, good concept to the game. I think it would have been really cool to have something like Fists of Guthix, but team based, where you had like multiple hunters and multiple collectors, sort of thing. Sort of like a big Soul Wars, and you swap over like in a turb base, like capture the flag kind of thing. I thought that would be really cool. Because there's just so many mechanics of RuneScape that would make that good, like, you're freezing and things like that. Yeah, Stealing Creations. I reckon something like Capture the Flag RuneScape style would be really cool. Obviously, freezing your target, comboing them out, um, things like that. I think it would be like a turn-based kind of game or something of the sorts. I think it'd be, yeah, it'd be awesome. You could use stunning it. It would just bring in so much more of the, like, this thing of the Zamorak Godsword. No one uses that special to freeze people. That could become an option. You've then got spears to push people into certain areas. Yeah, that would be cool as well. I actually used to love Clan Wars. Really good fun, just like, a 10v10. There's so much more. Like, obviously PvP is pretty intense. There's a lot of things that go into it, but yeah, in a team, there's just so much more mechanics and tactics that you can do. Someone gonna heal here? There we go. Yeah, the casual PvP stuff's cool. And I really like how they made like things like Fist of Guthix, unlimited runes, because it just makes it so much more playable. Like, there's some things that you do to make money, and that's cool. There's some things that are meant to be enjoyable, and spending 200k to play a game just for a bit of fun isn't really the idea of it. So if there's not overpowered rewards, if it's just about fun, I think it's really good to have things like, um, potion stacks and things like that. So everyone's got super combats, everyone's got runes. Just makes it more playable. Okay, 74 fire making on the main. Hardcore, maple seed, kuram, main, double coins. No, wrong one. It's been a long time between drinks for the hardcore. No new uniques for quite some time. Trouble brewing. My experience in trouble brewing was AFKing a 20-minute game to complete a diary. That's my extent of trouble brewing. I also think the only thing I know about trouble brewing is that Wooks found some kind of agility training method. I think capturing the monkey or something like that. He was basically spam clicking the monkey or something in that game that gave him crazy agility XP. So typical Wooks breaking the game and the way it wasn't supposed to be broken. I'm definitely with you there, Jake. I think I stood in a game just to get that diary achievement and then I was out. Ah, interesting. I couldn't tell you the first thing about trouble brewing. I didn't get cake again. I keep forgetting to get food. Hopefully I don't get rough RNG or I might be in trouble for food. Okay, so far so good. Not too much damage on the hardcore. I spoke too soon because I might need to bounce. Got one piece of cake left. Yep. I love how they try and make content alive again by making it a die requirement, and it basically just becomes people doing the absolute bare minimum and not playing the game to getting through it. Things like chompy hunting, awful. The mod who thought that's a good idea to make people hunt choppies for Elite Void is sick. There's a reason people don't want to do those things, and making them do it is just cruel. Okay, 6 HP. Hopefully I can get a good run here. Gonna fletch just to get 500 points ASAP, then I'm out. Yeah, I definitely agree. RuneScape's all about efficiency. Now, players are so centered on progress at the best rates possible. So if the game doesn't offer rewards equal to the effort, people just aren't going to do it. So I have no problem with games that are AFK and easier if the rewards are proportional. But if something like Trouble Brewing is intensive and you need to be fully aware and focus and things like that, there needs to be adequate rewards for that. And if there's not, people just aren't going to do it. Something like chompy hunting's the same. Why would you do something so intensive and so draining for basically no purpose other than a silly hat? So yeah, they've got to try and modernize some of those. Okay, getting a good run for damage on the hardcore, so I might bounce if I get down to about 5 HP. Oh, the game's only finished anyway. Oh no, my main's not going to get enough points. I wasn't even watching. You goose. You absolute goose. Oh, it's all about experience. Oh, Morning Zen Part 2. Have you done Song of the Elves yet? I definitely didn't like Morning Zen Part 2, but once you've done Song of the Elves, it makes it look like a piece of cake. Oh, wrong account. Yeah, there's something foul. The foul rate of that obstacle is absurd. Like even with crazy agility, it's still a very, very high rate, which is rough. Wow, that is so generous. I missed that by about 6 ticks and was 10 tiles away and still made it. Not complaining though. Well, Morning's End Part 2 with Quest Helper was okay. Morning's End Part 2 back in the day without that is rough. Oh, that's rough, Jake. I'm not sure I failed it that many times, but I certainly failed it enough to be cussing and swearing. I was not a happy man. I actually made a mistake too from memory that I I went did something in the wrong order or I think I didn't have enough inventory spaces for all the pieces I needed or something. I actually had to do it twice, and I actually just like logged off for 2 days. I was not a happy camper. Yeah, I always wonder with quests, like the people who do it on release with no guides and nothing to help them must, excuse me, must take an incredible amount of time to figure out. Yeah, it's pretty rough, isn't it, Jake? Someone designed that with probably angering some players and testing their patience. Certainly tested mine. Yeah. And you even think about quests that we think of as easy, but there's so many elements like what items to use on what. Like I just think of something like the Fremenic trials and some of those puzzles. We've got to use, a dozen objects in different orders on each other and things like that. Like it's easy for us with a guide now, but imagine being the one to work that out. What object to use in what order and where and when and things like that. So yeah, there's so many quests that have those intricate details of puzzles and things like that. I think that'd be very hard as well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think P of the Seer section, or anything where you need to use a variety of, recruitment drive as well. That's a good one. Recruitment drive, P of the Seer. Anything where you've got to solve a puzzle by using multiple items on other items in a certain order. Without a guide to follow that, how do you work that out? Or even some of the quests with dialogue that might give you a hint as to what you need to do, but don't tell you the answer. So, like working out what kind of log you need to burn, just things like that would just take so much time, whereas we just know it's a maple because the quest guide says so. Imagine being the poor person who tried every vital log in the game until I actually worked out which one it was. Or something even harder, the monkey madness puzzles, which they also use for treasure trails. Imagine doing those without the helper built into RuneLight. You literally just click where it tells you to, and it's game over. Doing those by yourself takes a lot more effort. Yeah, Tower of Life too. Yeah, Tower of Life sucks with the guide. It's just so time consuming. You know exactly what to do. Okay, the hardcore magic logs, great job, mahogany logs, and the main new logs coins. So magic logs, great because I'm not getting 75 wood cutting for desert treasure. So that's very, very nice to get. So we're 180 KC now on the hardcore. Yeah, you're right, Jake. Another good example. Just think of all of those where we just know what to do because the guide says so. Imagine how many possible solutions there are with, a half a dozen vowels being in a couple of positions. You'd be running around mad trying, the hundreds of different variable, different combinations to get it to work. So we definitely take it for granted just following the quest guide. Yeah, so definitely six vowels with two options. guess of the, I don't know, we talked about this yesterday with the permutations and commutations. How many different solutions, possible placements are there? You have to go through hundreds potentially until you found the right one. I don't actually remember that quest, Ben. That's how long ago I've done it. Oh, I do actually now. Yeah, in the gnome stronghold under the ground. I actually couldn't do it with the guide. I could just not get the sequencing or whatever I had to do in that machine to work. So yeah, that was, I couldn't do it with the guide. So that's how much of a noob I am. Wow, Jagex hates me. Look at my hardcore screen. It's just all blue notifications about the cold. It's pretty rough. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah, it was not fun. It was not a good time. Well, for me on the main, questing is over. 280 of 280 quests complete, so that part of the game is over until obviously they release the new quest, the favorite, the Kurand. What's the new Kurand quest? Yeah, I feel sorry for people who play without Runelight in general, like bossing, boss respawn timers, inventory tags, tile markers. I actually went back on the old client to do a Theatre of Blood one day by accident. I was just in the wrong client. And I actually couldn't do it. I didn't know my safe spots. I didn't know where I needed to walk and step. My switching was awful because I didn't have my inventory tag. So, yeah, the game as a whole without Runelight is much, much harder. Oh, the main just needs some points. A couple of points needed. Yeah, you never go back. Once you get used to those features, even things, little things like the menu entry swapping, like going to bank and needing to left click not to talk. There's just so many little bits and pieces that you just probably forget about that are built into Runelight. Then you go without them, you're like, oh my god, how good is Runelight? Yeah, Ryan's mad. I helped him a little bit with Vorkath. His problem was that he was running when you shouldn't be. So he had quite a lot of trouble, but yeah, mobile is a whole nother level of difficulty. Especially Zora. Zora on mobile will be so much harder. Vorkath doesn't have any gear switching, so it's just movement. You camp your prayers at Vorkath. You just need to walk around, so that's pretty easy. Zora is full on prayer switching, gear switching, movement, so you got every element in there. So Zora on mobile would be, yeah, pretty hard time. Actually, does Ryan have Discord? We need to get him in there so he can come bossing and stuff with us. Definitely need to get Ryan involved in some more stuff. Hardcore logs and sapphires, main rubies and dwarfweed. Well, yeah, he's purely mobile tablet. Last time I talked to him, he's about to start his new job, so he's waiting for his new job to get a PC, and they actually put him off a little bit with his start date, so he's been waiting to get a PC, waiting on the job. Yeah, there's some actually pretty cool mobile only accounts out there. So yeah, people have like doing end game content, Zolra Gauntlet, on mobile only. So that's a pretty good achievement. People who do that, hats off to them. Forgot to get another cake again on the hardcore. So hopefully we do okay for damage. Yeah, to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure there are people who've done a lot of the end game content on mobile. I haven't seen Theatre of Blood done on mobile. I've definitely seen Zolra Gauntlet, quest capes and things like that. But yeah, it would be so hard. Wow. Deathless TOB on mobile on an Iron Man. I'm pretty sure I've only gone Deathless at TOB maybe a dozen times at most. So for someone to do it on an Iron Man on mobile is a incredible effort. Are you still hunting away, Jake? And are you still AFKing away, Ben? Yep, love that. Ah, nice, 53 Hunter. Or move. Working on 65 fishing. Are you doing barbarian fishing? How are you doing it? And I hope you're not 3-ticking it. I've tried it before. It is very quick, but it's insane. If you value your risks, don't try it. I value my risk function a lot more than XP rates. Yeah, barb fishing, that's the way to do it. Going to unlock barb fishing on the hardcore as soon as I can, which will be something really chill to AFK while I play the main. Get some passive strength and agility XP while I'm going as well. Yeah, the best thing I can recommend if you ever do want to try it, there's a metronome built into RuneLight, and it gives you like a dut 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 on the ticks. You get into a rhythm of clicking on the ticks, and it really helps you with even for things like prayer. Flicking that metronome's so useful for getting the timing right. But for an extra, 10, 15, 20% XP, to have to click, you know, 4 times every 2.4 seconds is just, yeah, not my cup of tea. Okay, so nothing great on the iron, nothing great on the main either. So if we're pretty dry now. The main got a hood on this session, but that's about it as far as uniques and things to cheer about go. How are we going for XP? Wow, big levels now. 250k to 88. And the main 40k to 75. Nice, one more fishing level and some favor. Nice chompy kills. I did find a guide on YouTube that was really good for chompy killing. It definitely helped me, and you get into a bit of a rhythm with it. So, yeah, have a suss of that because chompy hunting can be a bit frustrating. Not a fun time. Oh, misclick. Oh, I must have missed a whole heap of time on the main there. Got so many logs left. Oh, you definitely need the composite bow. Something else I did wrong as well is that I didn't know that the void set doesn't actually boost the composite bow. So there I was in full void running around killing these chompies without any bonus. I was basically naked because, yeah, very recently I read somewhere that void doesn't boost the ogre bows. So don't make that mistake. Yeah, I had absolutely no idea. I've done my hard diary as well, which I think is a couple, maybe 300 chompy kills. I don't remember how much it was, but I was there for a fair while, and I had no idea that the void wasn't helping me. Oh, yeah, just get a couple of ranging potions and your best in slot range gear, and go for your life. Yeah, not sure. I had no idea until literally a few days ago. No idea at all. I seen a post with people making fun of the people who do their chompy killing in the void set, and I was like, oh, that was me. I did my chompy killing in the void set. Heading towards 75 fire making on the main and 88 on the hardcore. Gonna have a quick break after this game. Okay, GG, 183 on the hardcore. Coins, sapphire, silver ore, and the main. Ruby, not great, not great. It's going to stay logged in to hopefully recover some hit points passively. I do have a regen and the hit points cape on the main. So I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and I'll be back shortly. All right, back. Just gonna have some food. So you get the okay, I've already got a damage multiplier. It mustn't stack then, so it doesn't stack. The void accuracy, but no benefits of the void damage, right? Which I then assume means that since you're not getting the damage boost, you're better off with the accuracy boost of hide, I guess would be the conclusion there. Okay, back now. Thinking about maybe sending one solo on both accounts, because I definitely am still after some drops on the Iron Man. What's that? 11 brews. Yeah, it should be okay. If I need to, I'll safe zone it. Obviously, the goal is looking at getting lots of points on the hardcore. Then anything else I can pick up on the main as a bonus, since I'm going to do it anyway. So I need to find a different world. Let's go anything Australian. Okay, someone is here. 387. Someone is here as well. 390. Okay, 390. It's a bit of damage, but we can fix that. So let's go to 390. Damage is free con experience for the hardcore. Cool. So go all the way up here. Should be 5 and 5. Let's heal light. Heal light. Excellent. I'll run the Iron Man for the con. Free con experience we never say no to. It's a bit of a swapsies. Oops, wrong. I know. That's right, that's right. So help and light. Excellent. Help, light. Awesome. All 4 up and running. Hello, Francisco. How are you? I hope you're well today. I actually had a solo game I did this morning where I got crazy RNG and none of the braziers went out. Oh, that's rough. Wow, I nearly died. I actually nearly died. So yeah, none of the braziers went out, and the game just finished. I didn't even get to get any points. Yeah, Jake, I'm still after drops on some drops I'm chasing on the hardcore. And obviously the best way to get those is soloing. So since I'm going to solo, I might as well get as many points as I can on the main as well. So goal is 13,500 for the hardcore, and if the main gets 12,000 or so, it's just extra chances at getting something. So let's give it a go. So it appears there's someone hanging there. Don't know what they're up to. They might tell me to hop. Have I missed something? Nope. Okay, I'm going to leave the northeast out. Let's light that one. You probably can both do it together. We'll get that duplicate experience. Easy game. Okay, 45 energy. Whoops, it's okay. And just chill. I think the line was around there. Okay, 41%. Okay, the iron can, no, wrong one. Construction experience for the iron. We'll light that up. We're down around 31%. I might just leave that run slowly from here. Oh, I know so much better than that. 24, that hurts when you are low. So where are we sitting? 30%. Oh, 41 construction. Easy game. Love that free construction experience. Okay, down around 24. Might just leave that side now and we'll play over here on the west. Okay, try and get these lined up for timing. Okay, around 12% energy should be good. So I've got very similar invent spaces, so I hope I can run these two on the same cycle. The idle notifier is very noisy with two accounts doing this method. The main's getting very close, 75 fire making. The timing for these is almost perfect now. The main's still taking some big numbers. That notifier is actually getting annoying now. Just goes off constantly. Oh, that hurts the main when you don't move out of the way of that. 75 fire making on the main. Can now burn magic logs. Happy days. Oh, I've just done it again. It hurts on the main. I got hit like a 24 before from the brazier. The 2 on the hardcore's not that much to worry about, but yeah, the 24s. Oh, there we go. Oh, I got them both. Gamer. She's 14%. Yeah, I might light it again. Kuren's super elite. You need to be in the elite category to be able to face tank every kind of damage possible at once. Wonder if the quickest way to get points here is fletching. I imagine it would be. Just wondering if like the time, it's like normal logs I think are 10 points and the kindling's 25. I'd assume that cutting the kindling an extra 15 points is probably the quickest way to do it. Oh, whack. I haven't got out of the way of many of those. That is pretty hard on 2 accounts. There we go. I think I got that one. Not again. I reckon I got I got lag there. There was a massive animation lag because I clicked that pretty early on both. Yeah, I think so too, Jake. Oh, so much snow damage. The poor old main's cop an absolute beating here. I just can't get that second account out of the way in time. Ooh. No, it's definitely viable. The only problem with doing 2 accounts here is getting both of them out of the way of the snow attack on the brazier. My main has copped an absolute beating because I can get the hardcore out first, but not the main. I probably should go the other way. I should probably prioritize the main because it takes so much damage from it. Because the cakes can basically heal pretty good. So I wonder if I'm doing that the wrong way, but yeah, method's good, method's chill, but you just do take a lot more damage because getting them both out of the way is tricky. Like that, didn't get any out of the way. Wow. Cool. I'm satisfied it works. Probably won't push on for the full 13,500 points. I want to take a bit of a break. Oh no, no. See, I might just do this a little bit longer. Get a few more points, but I probably won't go the full game. Satisfied now that it's possible. A little bit difficult. Yeah, the only risk is that having having two braziers means that the energy goes down very quickly. So then you finish the game prematurely. If I think that's what you're talking to, having two going at once, using two separate ones, you'll end the game because having one on sits at around a fairly steady energy level. Having two, it goes down pretty quickly, so the game would finish without meaning to. Might just get 4k points here on the Iron Man and then bounce for a break. Yeah, I'm in a duo world. Um, in the other one, it's not too bad because you can just leave and get food. So if you really stuff up, you just bank next trip and pick up some more food. Obviously, in this one, you start to run low. I do have another account I could run in. When I was doing the mass worlds, I was actually doing quite well at getting them offset. So like one was chopping, one was burning, so I'd never get that overlap. But obviously here I need to sync them up, otherwise the energy runs too low. I think I need to mouse camp that one tile away so I'm ready to click as soon as I see it. I'm kind of just chilling out. I concentrate a bit more. It's a long way. I'm playing full screen on two clients as well, so it's a very long mouse movement to get across the second client and move away. Okay, that's 4k points. I might just end that game there. Got 4 points on the iron. Whoops, where am I going? You can go up here. You can fix them like this one. I proved I can do it. It didn't go perfectly smooth, but there's no reason I can't do it going forward. Just finish this game off. The energy gets smashed down with 4 braziers lit. My navigation's all lost. That's down here, isn't it? No, it's not. It's on this one. I wasn't even watching that screen. I reckon I only got KO'd there. The guide I read did say that they'd go out very frequently towards the end of the game. It's certainly true. Just running back and forwards like mad. Imagine soloing this. That's why it's so hard, because you're literally going back and forward and not making any progress. There's 4 lit again. Hopefully that's GG. That should be enough. It's going down pretty quickly. Alright, cool. Let's see what we've got. Probably don't have enough spaces, do I? Oh, yes, I got the bottoms. Yes, bottoms on the hardcore. So that just means I need the boots to finish the set now. That's excellent. Good session. Good session. Let's put those on. We're nearly done. I just need the boots. And obviously a tome of fire. What's the main got? Okay, U-seed, coins. Not bad. The U-seed, just sort of 50k. It's not too bad. But stoked about the legs on the hardcore. Decent little collection there from Wintertodt. Loving that. Just need the boots. Let's just check the collection log. The hardcore. I'm also trading those warm gloves for more pages. Well, I've got 2 mil of burnt pages. Collection log 184 KC. 6 torches, that's insane. 3 gloves, pages. So just missing the boots and a tome before we get out of here. So 2 to go. Okay, I'm going to jump off for a bit. I'll catch you up again later. I might be able to get on a little bit later on this afternoon or tonight. I'll hit you guys up if I do jump back on. There we go. Happy days. Bottoms now.